A quiet pattern exists across social media, yet very few people stop to think about it. The individuals who often possess the deepest emotional awareness, the strongest intuition, and the greatest understanding of human behavior are frequently the ones who share the least about themselves online. While countless people post selfies, daily updates, personal achievements, and every important moment for the world to see, many empaths seem to move differently. Their profiles may sit silent for weeks, months, or even years. Their photographs are rare. Their personal lives remain hidden. Their presence feels almost invisible. At first glance, this behavior can appear confusing. In a world where visibility is treated like value, why would someone choose privacy? Why would emotionally intelligent people willingly step away from attention when social media constantly encourages them to step into the spotlight? Most people assume there must be a simple explanation. They think perhaps these individuals lack confidence. Perhaps they are shy. Perhaps they struggle with social anxiety. But the truth is often far more fascinating than those surface-level assumptions. Beneath this quiet behavior lies a complex psychological pattern that reveals how empaths experience the world differently from most people. What appears to be silence on the outside is often the result of deep emotional processing happening on the inside. The reasons many empaths avoid posting their photos have very little to do with insecurity and much more to do with how they understand energy, relationships, privacy, attention, and human nature itself. Modern culture teaches a powerful message. It tells us that if people cannot see you, you do not matter. The more visible you become, the more successful you appear. The more likes you receive, the more valuable your experiences seem. Every platform encourages people to share more, reveal more, and expose more of their lives. Yet many empaths resist this pressure. They do not feel the same need to constantly display who they are. In fact, many feel more comfortable keeping important parts of their lives private. What makes this even more interesting is that this choice is rarely random. It often reflects a completely different relationship with attention and validation than what most people experience. Throughout this video, we are going to uncover the hidden psychology behind this behavior. You will discover why many empaths feel uncomfortable turning personal moments into public content. You will learn why privacy can feel emotionally protective to highly sensitive individuals. We will explore the surprising connection between empathy and the need for personal boundaries. We will also reveal why some empaths prefer genuine human connection over digital recognition, and why many of them see social media in a way that most people never consider. Along the way, you may recognize patterns in your own life or in the behavior of someone close to you. Some of the insights we discuss may completely change the way you interpret online silence. As we move deeper into this topic, an even bigger question begins to emerge. Could the people who post the least actually understand something that the rest of the world is slowly forgetting? Could their absence from constant self-promotion reveal a deeper form of confidence? Could choosing privacy sometimes be a sign of emotional strength rather than emotional weakness? These questions become even more intriguing when we examine how empaths process attention, relationships, and personal identity. The answers are not always obvious, and some of the most important reasons remain hidden beneath behaviors that most observers overlook. There is also a side of this discussion that rarely gets talked about. Many empaths are highly aware of emotional energy. They often notice subtle reactions, hidden motives, and unspoken feelings that other people miss. Because of this heightened awareness, they may think carefully before sharing personal information. They understand that every photograph tells a story. Every post invites opinions. Every public moment creates access. While many people focus on gaining attention, empaths often focus on protecting their peace. This difference in perspective creates a fascinating contrast between what society rewards and what emotionally sensitive individuals value most. By the end of this video, you will understand why many empaths do not feel driven by the same social media habits that influence millions of people every day. You will learn why their silence is often intentional, why their privacy can be powerful, and why some of the strongest personalities are not always the most visible ones. Most importantly, you will discover a hidden truth about empathy that few people truly understand. It is a truth that helps explain not only social media behavior, but also the deeper emotional world that many empaths navigate every single day. Stay with us until the very end, because the final reason may be the most revealing of all. It exposes a psychological trait that separates mature empaths from almost everyone around them, and once you understand it, you may never look at online behavior the same way again. If you enjoy exploring psychology, human behavior, empathy, emotional intelligence, and the hidden patterns that shape our lives, then you are in the right place. Welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe and join our growing community, because every video is designed to help you better understand yourself, the people around you, and the fascinating psychology that influences human behavior every day. One of the biggest misunderstandings about empaths is the belief that they simply care more than other people. The reality is much deeper than that. Empaths do not just notice emotions, they often feel them. They pick up on tension in a room before anyone says a word. They sense sadness hidden behind a smile. They notice discomfort in a voice, disappointment in a facial expression, and emotional shifts that many people completely overlook. This heightened awareness creates a very different experience of everyday life. While most people move through conversations and environments without absorbing much emotional information, empaths are constantly receiving signals from the people around them. Their minds process these signals automatically. Even when they do not want to pay attention, their emotional radar remains active. Because of this, experiences tend to affect them more deeply. A simple interaction that another person forgets within minutes may stay in an empath's mind for hours or even days. They replay conversations, they analyze emotions, they think about the meaning behind people's actions. They often search for understanding rather than quick judgment. This deeper processing can be both a gift and a challenge. It helps them form meaningful connections, but it also means they can become emotionally exhausted much faster than others. This emotional sensitivity influences nearly every area of their lives, including the way they use social media. Many people view social media as entertainment. Empaths often experience it as emotional stimulation. Every photograph carries a story. Every post contains emotion. Every comment section contains opinions, conflict, approval, criticism, and countless emotional reactions. While another person may scroll casually through hundreds of posts, an empath may unconsciously absorb the emotional atmosphere behind those posts. They notice pain hidden beneath forced happiness. They sense loneliness behind attention-seeking behavior. They recognize insecurity disguised as confidence. Over time, this constant exposure can become overwhelming. Social media is not simply information for them. It becomes emotional noise. Their minds are already processing large amounts of emotional data from everyday life. Adding endless streams of online emotions can feel mentally draining. This is one reason many empaths become highly selective about what they allow into their lives. As they grow older and understand themselves better, they begin protecting their emotional energy. They learn that not every conversation deserves their attention. Not every conflict deserves their involvement. Not every trend deserves their participation. They start choosing quality over quantity. This applies to friendships, relationships, entertainment, and social media. The decision not to post personal photographs is often connected to this larger pattern. It is not always about hiding. It is often about protecting emotional space. Empaths understand that every post creates interaction. Every interaction creates energy, and every piece of energy requires attention. Because they naturally process emotions deeply, they become more careful about where that attention goes. Many people mistakenly assume that posting less means a person lacks confidence. Yet some of the most confident empaths are also the most private. They simply do not feel the same desire to place themselves at the center of attention. Their emotional world is rich enough without constant public recognition. While others may seek stimulation from visibility, empaths often find peace in quietness. They enjoy observing rather than performing. They enjoy experiencing rather than displaying. The deeper they understand their own nature, the more comfortable they become with living parts of their lives away from public view. This leads directly to another important reason many empaths rarely post photographs of themselves. In today's digital world, attention has become a form of currency. Every like, comment, share, and reaction provides a small burst of social approval. For many people, these reactions create a sense of validation. They serve as proof that others noticed them, appreciated them, or approved of them. There is nothing unusual about wanting approval. Human beings naturally seek acceptance from others. The difference is that empaths often search for fulfillment in a different place. Their sense of value tends to come more from internal experiences than external applause. When an empath enjoys a meaningful conversation, they carry that feeling with them long after it ends. When they help someone through a difficult situation, the emotional reward often feels more valuable than public recognition. When they spend time doing something that aligns with their values, they experience satisfaction that does not depend on anyone else's opinion. Because of this, many empaths feel less motivated by the feedback systems that dominate social media platforms. The excitement created by likes and comments is often temporary. Empaths tend to be more interested in experiences that create lasting emotional meaning. This does not mean empaths never enjoy positive feedback. They are human like everyone else. Compliments feel good. Appreciation feels good. Support feels good. The difference lies in dependence. Many empaths do not rely on external approval to the same degree. They are less likely to measure their worth through numbers on a screen. A photograph receiving hundreds of likes does not necessarily change how they feel about themselves. Likewise, a post receiving little attention does not automatically damage their self-esteem. Their emotional focus is usually directed inward rather than outward. As a result, they often see no reason to constantly announce every achievement, every outing, every milestone, or every personal moment. If they enjoyed a vacation, the enjoyment came from the experience itself. If they reached a goal, the achievement remains meaningful, regardless of who witnessed it. If they spent time with people they love, the connection matters more than documenting it. This mindset can appear unusual in a culture where visibility is frequently confused with importance. Yet for many empaths, meaning has always been more valuable than attention. There is also another layer to this behavior that most people never consider. Empaths often recognize how quickly external validation can become addictive. They observe how some individuals become trapped in a cycle of posting, checking reactions, seeking approval, and repeating the process again and again. They understand how easily self-worth can become connected to digital responses. Because empaths are naturally reflective, many become aware of this pattern early. Rather than participating in it, they quietly step back. They choose emotional independence over constant feedback. They choose inner peace over temporary attention. They choose authenticity over performance. At this point, it might seem as though the entire explanation revolves around validation. It would be easy to assume that empaths simply care less about attention and therefore post fewer photographs. While that is certainly part of the story, it is far from the most important reason. In fact, one of the strongest psychological factors behind this behavior has very little to do with approval at all. The next reason reveals a deeper truth about how empaths protect themselves emotionally, and it explains why privacy often feels far more valuable to them than popularity ever could. The truth is that not posting photos on social media does not automatically mean someone is shy, antisocial, or lacking confidence. In many cases, it reflects something much deeper. It reflects self-awareness. It reflects emotional intelligence. It reflects a person who understands the value of boundaries and who does not feel the need to turn every meaningful moment into public content. For many empaths, privacy is not about hiding from the world. It is about protecting their peace. It is about choosing authenticity over attention and real experiences over digital approval. In a culture that constantly encourages people to be seen, empaths often discover a different kind of strength. They learn that their value does not increase because more people are watching. They learn that happiness does not become more real because it receives more likes. They learn that some of life's most beautiful memories become even more meaningful when they are kept close to the heart instead of displayed for everyone else to judge. While the online world grows louder, faster, and more demanding, many empaths quietly step back and realize a powerful truth. Not everything important needs an audience. Not every achievement needs applause. And not every chapter of your life needs to be shared to be valuable. Perhaps that is why some of the most emotionally intelligent people are often the hardest to find online. They are busy living their lives instead of documenting every second of them. They are focused on meaningful connections instead of collecting attention. And they understand that true confidence is not always about being seen. Sometimes it is about being completely comfortable with who you are, even when nobody is looking. Before you go, take a moment to think about this question. Do you believe that privacy is becoming a rare form of strength in today's world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about empaths, psychology, human behavior, emotional intelligence, and the hidden truths behind people's actions, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. And if you found value in what you learned today, please like this video and share it with someone who might relate to it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.